Welcome to World Local News. Recording live from Raleigh, North Carolina, in front of no audience. World Local News, 80% news, 20% bullshit. You've got questions? So do we. Like my grandmother always says, don't knock it till you try it 8 times. I'm not wearing pants. World Local News. Everything is fucked. Let's get on with the show.
Hey, we're live. We're doing it. We're World Local News.
Yeah, and our motto is everything is fucked, and our setup right now, I would say everything is fucked, so we're on brand is all I'm saying.
But here's what's most impressive. For how poorly this is going from a technological perspective, we have branded mugs.
Yeah.
We have branded mugs. We're no idea if any of you are watching, if this is even recording.
Yeah, but we're gonna figure it out.
But we got mugs.
Yeah, we got mugs. We got World Local News mugs, guys. Fucking shot out. There we go. Bam. Got coffee in here, baby. Got the good stuff.
Shout out to Cutting Edge Gifts. Our man Eric. Shout out to this mustache that I'm rocking.
Yeah, dude, we're bringing it. We're bringing the vibes, the positive vibes here. Greg, why did we start this show, this news channel, podcast, whatever you want to call it, this hybrid?
So I think it's fair to say it's a pretty boring time in the news. Not much going on. And people are united and getting along, and everyone believes the same things.
Yeah, everybody's jerking each other off right now.
Yeah, it's a world filled with harmony. No,
that's a utopia.
No. I think we're at an interesting time in the world. I think the news has become polarizing. Politics has become polarizing. You have certain, we're in this tribal state where it's your team, my team. We're going to talk past each other. And so, I thought that we could do World Local News as a way to help people cut through all of the bullshit news, and really help people think critically, and to have a good time doing it.
Guys, we're playing with fire here, and we're ready to go at the end of the day, because that's what we want to do. We want to show people that you can have a nuanced discussion about politics, and if at the end of the day you disagree on some things, then so let it be. Just fucking listen, guys.
We gotta help people create a baseline of what's our shared objective reality.
Because here's the thing, guys. At the end of the day, politics today is the fucking WWE. So right now we got real people fighting out here amongst each other. People you live next to, your fucking neighbors, people you go to work with, while these motherfuckers are coming over hand in fist with cash and power, and they're laughing at us. The Republican Democrat shit is a fucking smokescreen, guys. This fucking world is run by elite billionaires and intelligence agencies. Those are the fucking real gangsters, all right? So this is all fucking dog and pony show to distract us from what's going on, from uniting. They want us divided. That's what they do in prisons. They divide the people. The whole race thing has started to divide them so that they don't fucking take over the prison. And they're doing that to us, guys. Anybody feel like they're in a fucking prison? Okay, exactly. So just fucking hang out with us for a little bit. We're going to talk, have some fun, share some news stories throughout the week, share some personal stories. This is going to be a mix of a news channel, podcast, just two dudes sharing feelings and shit, you know?
Yeah. It's just an honest conversation about what's going on.
What's the 80% news, 20% bullshit, baby.
That's right.
Yeah, and those may flip on some days because that's the reality we live in. Anything can get turned on its head.
That's right. So here's the deal. From you guys, from the audience, we need you guys to go all in with us. No half steppers.
Yeah.
Let's do this together. We want you guys to, fact check us in the comments. Shoot us an email. Make sure you follow us on all of our accounts.
Yeah, for real. Let's do it, guys. And that 20% too, we're doing 80% of the work. That 20% is you fact checking us. You may be throwing a story at us. Hey,
if you can't give us 20%, what are we even doing here?
Yeah, we're already giving you free content, guys, but there is an option to donate. Greg, tell them how they can if they feel like we're giving them $5 a month of content, where can they help us out? Where can they contribute?
Listen, you guys can go to patreon.com/world local news and you can give us $5 a month. And I promise you this. You think you're only going to get $5 worth of value? No. We're coming with heavy, value. And so here's what we want from you guys. If you guys follow us, you're going to enter a chance to win one of these amazing world local news. What are these called? Tumblers?
Yeah, they're tumblers.
Why do you think they call them tumblers?
Because white people named it. That's why they called it tumblers. I
Yeah.
never understood.
Maybe Batman named it. Batman had a tumbler.
He did, the car. That was cool though. This is
I kind of feel like Batman when I drink from a tumbler.
okay. I do like the vibes. That black and silver, the WLN. We went with the 80s look.
I mean,
And then also the Captain Planet vibes on the logo.
We just got to give a huge shout out to Taylor Cashton on that one. Did an amazing job.
Yeah.
One of our first sponsors. The intro song that probably only us heard, but you will hear on the YouTube version that will release later in the week.
Yep.
Also on iTunes and Spotify. We have an incredible theme song that was made by our good friend Nick Baglio. Shout out to Nicky Bags.
It's a minute long, and I fucking dare you. I listen. We're gonna play the honor system. I dare you to listen to that song and not feel a little bit better at the other end. It's a minute long. If you sit through it, you're gonna smile at least. I promise you.
If you don't, we will release special content on the Patreon. So we're always gonna give you value somewhere. So yeah, man. So let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the big story right now is the passing of the Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
All right, Greg. See, I'm one of these people. I knew of RBG through just the kind of the perimeter. I don't really know what she's done. So if you're an idiot like me and you're like, all right, I know she's good and she's done good, but what exactly has she done? Let us know why Ruth Bader Ginsburg was so awesome.
Okay, so right off the bat, she is the first female Supreme Court justice. So so let's just think for a second about what it must have been like to be in that first generation of women lawyers. So I don't know when women, started being able to apply, be accepted, and go to law school.
Yeah.
Something tells me it wasn't right away.
It wasn't at the same time. Yeah.
It wasn't at the same time as men.
What's the over-under and how many times Ruth Bader Ginsburg's been sexually harassed?
I mean,
she's in that's high testosterone.
Absolutely.
Fucking high psychopathic.
That's like when you go back and you, if you ever watch the show Mad Men or period shows like that, and they depict pretty accurately, how women were treated in the workplace, even if you were, an executive or a secretary. Just the abuse was off the charts.
Yeah, there was that one scene that I never will ever forget. It's the one where the girl's crying in the bathroom and the other girl comes up and she's like, "Just get used to it." I was like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, don't let it.
It's crazy.
Don't let them see you cry.
I know
stuff like that.
I know an older lady that was one of the first salespeople for a very well-known big company, and she was sexually harassed by a manager. Came over, went to do a ride day, salespeople get together.
Yep.
And she was showering, and he entered the bathroom, and she was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "No, it's okay." And yeah, she got sexually assaulted on the job. Fucking wild. Yeah.
Wild. It's just awful.
The shit is out there. So she must have had to endure some wild shit, to get to where she at. The
level of vision, focus. Yeah,
bro. And this isn't tunnel vision from the noise of a crowd. It's tunnel vision from bullshit like that. So that shit must have been
just
hard
incredible.
as hell.
So imagine what it must have been like just to be a high achiever like that period at that time, then to go on to law school, then to have an amazing legal career to the point where you get nominated to the Supreme Court. And
she completed some passed some legislation that helped women out a lot. Do we have that?
So one of the major things that you can't even imagine women not being able to do today, opening a bank account, applying for a loan, applying for health care. Like,
just you needed a man to do that, right?
You
for
needed
like
a man
minute.
to do
That's
that.
Fucking wild. Bro.
So I think, you know, what one of the things that we both do when stories like this come out is that we check multiple sources, right? Like, how are the different media outlets covering this, so you can, you know, figure out how to decipher you know, through the information. So like, all right, so if the majority of people are going to CNN, MSNBC, first off, speaking of CNN, you know who Chris Cuomo is?
Yeah, he's the, yes.
You know who he is?
Yeah.
You know, he's like the muscular,
he's
you
the
know,
Italian dude.
Yeah, brother of the governor.
It makes me uncomfortable to see Italians on TV like that. Like, if they're not like playing gangsters, I'm like, should you be giving me the news? Do I trust you?
Aren't you know? I think that, you know, things that the left and the right can agree on is that, you know, certain politicians are pretty close to being gangsters.
Certain, yeah, I would say most of them.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
All right, now, yeah. And
so, you know, what was so interesting when the pandemic started, when coronavirus started, at least in the U.S., was like when CNN was like having Andrew Cuomo come on air with Chris Cuomo.
And like
they
play with each other?
Yeah.
That was fun. I like that.
It was, but like, it's also like a little weird. Like it was like watching a serious setup to a joke. And then like the punchline, like, was just like, hey, and you know, tell mom I said hi, or, you know, it's like, bro, it was weird for the subject matter to have it feel like a SNL skit.
That was one of the moments I was like, CNN should just do this. I was like, I would watch it a lot more because it made me, I don't know, as an older brother that fucks with their siblings a lot, that was cool to see. And they were like, the smugness of Chris Cuomo as he's like trying to.
So the reason why I pause there is because like I want to challenge him to some sort of like fitness event.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris Cuomo, we're calling you out. The World Local News is calling you out to a fucking
name the challenge.
A push-up contest. Boom, right there. Who can do the most push-ups? Tag Chris Cuomo in this clip. Chris Cuomo, we want to do a push-up challenge with you, buddy.
And tell him to have us on so we can plug the show.
Yeah. CNN and World Local
Chris
News.
Cuomo, I'm coming for you, dude. Hey, you got shirt off pictures on the internet. You don't impress me. I've seen those. Those are just gym muscles.
All right, and hey, Fox News, that goes out to you too. We'll do a push-up contest.
Yeah,
for you guys
Hannity,
either.
Sean Hannity, where you at?
Yeah, you can't pay a Mexican guy to do your push-ups for you either. You got to do the push-ups. So think about it.
And
Hannity,
no belittling women while you do it.
Bill O'Reilly, let's go push-up contest, buddy.
Bill O'Reilly's kind of like the crypt keeper now.
Is he?
I feel like you can't. I feel like it's not appropriate to make physical like threats like that against Bill O'Reilly. Like verbal, fine. Like if you don't like him, you don't agree with what he says, you know, come at him. But like physical attacks, that'd be like an old man. Like I'm gonna go beat up an old man.
Yeah,
that'd be like challenging Joe Biden to a fight.
Oh my God.
Although he might be one of those guys who like once like those types like fighting words come out, you know, he might like rise to the occasion. Like there might be like some button where he like reanimates.
Joe looks like a guy that packs a heavy right hand. He's not very accurate with it, but if he hits you with it, you go to sleep. Wow. That's what it looks like.
Wow. You know who he's like? He's like, did you ever see the movie Happy Gilmore, the Adam Sandler movie?
Yes.
He's like Bob Barker.
Oh yeah.
He's like Bob Barker.
That's what I
bet you
see.
He stands like old school fighter style.
Fighting Irish.
Yeah,
fucking,
dude.
Fucking
yeah.
Hey, listen. Yeah, I think the slogan is riding with Biden because he might fall asleep at the wheel. That's why somebody has to be in the car. Somebody has to be in the car with him. That's what I think.
Like designated drivers for Biden.
Absolutely, because
that would probably be a bumper sticker that would sell. Designated drivers for Biden.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow,
I like that.
I like that. Honestly, at this point, I think I would rather see them fist fight during a debate versus actually listening to them debate.
Yeah, that would be a tough one. They definitely would be tussling around.
Yeah. Hey guys, let us know in the comments if you guys would want us to do like a live stream along with a debate or something like that.
Yes, we're willing to do. We're
willing to do it.
Yeah,
because those. I mean, say what you want about his politics. Donald Trump on stage. I mean, that dude, I don't personally care for the things that he says. I'll just throw it out there. I think right now he divides the country, and we need someone who unites. I'm not saying that's Biden, but I'm not saying it's been Trump. So
yeah. Oh no, I agree. He's not. I have friends on the right that say the same thing. He's not, he's not the guy we want right now from a leadership standpoint, but we hate the libs so much that we're voting for him. That's long and the short of it. This is the fucking crazy part about this whole thing is like people, I'm voting third party and they're trying to guilt me out of it by saying like, oh, that's a vote for Trump. And first of all, that is literally, actually, and technically not true. That's some weird political tactic people use to guilt you into voting their side.
So here's how I feel about that. I would never tell someone how to vote.
Yeah.
If you personally can't express why you're voting for a candidate, then you don't really have any business telling someone else how they should vote.
Yeah.
And so I think this is a big problem with politics, is that people will tell you why your candidate sucks, but not why your candidate is so great.
Yeah, a lot of people are voting out of hate, and I find that very weird. Think about that in life, in your personal life, when you make moves. Is it better to make moves out of spite and through hate? That may get us through.
No, what's the biggie line?
Or is it better to get through with like love and trying to make, voting your conscience and being like, don't say a slave to these parties. These fucking parties, they don't give a shit about you.
So, oh yeah, it's the biggie line. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it.
Yep, there we go. I mean, speaking of Notorious B.I.G., let's talk about. We're going back to the Notorious
let's go back
RBG.
To
RBG. I think I'm gonna say this right now. She's a certified broad, and when I think of a broad, that's the kind of lady I'm talking about. Is this? She just seems. You look at her and she just exudes this like she fucking knows her shit. And this is coming from when it comes to RBG, I'm a layperson. I don't really know much.
She's just got it. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about like transcendent talents.
Yeah.
Like she's one of them.
Yeah, she is.
And she, there could have been many more women before her, but they weren't given the opportunity. But she was just the first to break through that ceiling and literally get the toughest job. I mean, being a Supreme Court justice is the toughest job.
Yeah,
because you don't get fired. It's a lifetime appointment. That's crazy.
I would like to. I'm curious to see. I wanted to see. This will be the 20% homework for the audience. Who was her mentor? Somebody Google that. Who did she look up to when she was like, I need to, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody, if you're at that level, there was somebody you looked up to or that kind of like, guided you along the way. So it'd be cool to know who that person is. If she ever gave her a shout out somewhere, in the public view or anything like that, or in like a book or something like that, it'd be cool to know.
Wow. All right. So she graduated from Cornell in 1954.
Go Big Red.
2 years later, she went on to law school at Harvard, one of 9 women in a class of 500, and transferred to Columbia when her husband got a job in New York. So already she made a sacrifice for her husband. She sacrificed her own life for her husband by transferring from one Ivy League law school to another. But Harvard Law School, I think, by most accounts, is a better law school probably produces more Supreme Court justices than Columbia Law School.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Columbia Law School. But she graduated first in her class at Columbia.
That's good.
Columbia Law School. What were you going to say?
I was going to say Columbia Law School compared, like Harvard produces a lot of Supreme Court justices. Columbia Law School is like probably like family court lawyers and things like that. Very successful. They'll get your kids back.
Yeah.
Which is very important.
I bet a lot of blue collar or white collar shit.
Yeah.
So, I have some friends who did their schooling in the Ivy Leagues up in that area. Same school
in Manhattan.
No, at Harvard.
Oh, at Harvard. Okay. Yeah.
And got to witness a lot of like the like the things that you see on movies about Harvard.
Oh, damn, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty damn close to how it's depicted in movies and TV.
Yeah. Shout out to rich girls that slum it. You know, they go through a phase where they're like, I want to go like sleep around with some like poor people and people that are way below my class. People like me really appreciate that. So shout out to girls that slum it.
It's like a racist vacation.
It is. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to try.
Oh, no. It's like a racist staycation.
It's a staycation.
It's a racist staycation. Okay. So she graduated first in her law school, which, incredible feat for anyone. She battled and overcame sexism personally. She was the first person on both the Harvard and Columbia Law Reviews. She became the second female law professor at Rutgers and fought for equal pay. She co-founded the first law journal on women's rights.
Wow.
She became the first tenured female law professor at Columbia. She co-founded the Women's Rights Project at ACLU. She argued 6 cases before the Supreme Court and won 5 of them. Wow. I mean, she became the first female Jewish Supreme Court justice. I mean, she was like 4'1". So for anyone to be that accomplished and 4'1".
Wait, she's 4'1"?
I mean, that's not in, the facts that I'm reading.
Oh,
that's just
but-
my personal opinion.
Wow.
That's my personal truth. All right. Well, now we got to look it up. Ruth RBG height. Oh, 5'1".
Wow. That's still, she's a tiny.
What's that?
like,
A straw weight?
that's light.
Listen, I'd in an MMA fight, I would have put money on RBG against Trump.
Yeah. I think she's number 2 behind like Conor McGregor on the all-time just
Like
probably.
pound for pound rankings. I mean, she's got to be like right up there with John Jones,
Henzo Gracie,
and
all those.
Who's
Silva.
who's the women's champion? Oh geez,
Ronda Rousey.
No.
Fucking. You know who? You got this, bro.
Oh
you
my
know
gosh.
this. You know it. I can see.
I was just Amanda Nunez. I was just trying to virtue signal. I was trying to virtue signal and make sure that we got a woman in there. But Amanda Nunez is a monster.
Yo, we're gonna keep it a buck. There's gonna be one virtual signal every episode. Just we like to throw it out. We're not not like some of you guys that like to virtual signal and act like you're not doing it.
In the final episodes, we're gonna highlight those segments. It's gonna be like a horn. Bah, 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 virtue signal.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, RBG, she's one of only 4 female justices in history.
Wow.
I mean, that's just incredible. It's
That's
just
awesome.
incredible.
Hey, if there are any ladies listening and you are the RBG of your industry, or if you just generally feel like you got RBG energy and you're getting shit done, hit us up. Give us a shout out. We'll get the first RBG energy bad bitch to hit us up. Gets a mug.
Absolutely.
Contact one of us. Share something of share the episode. And let me know that you want the mug, and I'll fucking get you the mug. First broad to do it does it. She's a certified broad, and you are too if you're listening. So,
you know what I think the craziest accomplishment? Name another Supreme Court justice.
DMX.
Nailed. I mean, wow, 2 for 2.
Yeah, I'm quick today.
Would you put DMX on the Supreme Court? Now, remember, that's a lifetime appointment. So you have to remember that the DMX that we know, those are the up moments. You bet your bottom dollar DMX has a bad day here and there. There's no way DMX, barks like a dog in his music and has a good day every day.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He battles with addiction, so he's not going to be consistent.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, we need. Oh, yeah. He almost made a comeback, and then he got caught up in crack and shit like that. And he went to make a comeback, and fucking they found him.
I bet Ruth Bader Ginsburg hated crack.
Did she have anything to do? Like, where was she at during like the 1980 Nicaraguan Contra? That when the U.S. government brought a ton, like they brought cocaine. They were They were transporting cocaine for the Nicaraguan Contras to pay for a war. So guys, look that up.
Yeah, we're gonna need your help on that one.
Yeah.
That's the 20%, but that's gonna be a fun 20%.
Yeah, this could be some new shit for a lot of people, but just type in.
It's too soon to too soon to deal with that. I'm trying to find out, but okay. So here's the crazy thing. I mean, she became a pop culture icon.
She did.
I mean, there are, I can name some other Supreme Court justices, but they're not on T-shirts. They don't have, there have been documentaries made about certain Supreme Court justices, but not because of, not because of, great things that they've accomplished. I mean, she was just a legend. I think the Democrat side viewed her so highly because there is a layer of power that you have being a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah.
And especially in a majority conservative court, to have that large of a presence really matters. And I think some of the cool things that I've seen about her is her ability to admit when she's wrong.
Oh, she's actually done that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one politician.
Yeah. Well, so, Supreme Court justices aren't really supposed to be political.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be apolitical and really let the letter of the law dictate, how cases should be determined.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously with your own opinion,
Yeah.
That's why, she had a, liberal, not bias, but opinion, right? Everyone has their opinion. We're human beings, right?
Yep.
I'm not going to read CNN, or I'm not going to read a complex legal document maybe the same way you would. Right. So you might come up with a different interpretation, and then, we'd have a conversation about it, and then determine, put it to a vote within our group, and then make a decision.
Yeah.
And so that's why, I'm not smart enough to know the ins and outs of the Supreme Court and the implications of it being a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't, a lot of people step down from it once their mental faculties start to go, lifetime appointment. You're going to hit a certain age where, hey, maybe it just hurts to get up every day, walk up the steps. So I'm going to step down and let a new justice be appointed.
That makes sense. I would do that once I started buying Life is Good t-shirts. Once I started doing that, I would step down as Supreme Court justice, because you'd kind of check
like a Tommy Bahama shirt.
Yeah, if you start doing shit like that,
start going to Club Med on vacation.
Yep. Yeah, you got to start. You start bringing up the other one from the farm team.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
But dude, RBG's done a lot, bro. This is fucking.
She's done a lot. Now the sad thing about our state of politics is that there was very little time to mourn Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
She got
the person.
Yeah.
It went right to, Republicans saying, well, we're gonna pass a nominee before the election.
Yeah.
And showing some hypocrisy there for what they did to Obama. And then you have, an equal reaction from the Democrats where, I think, in certain cases, rightfully so, that, oh my God, the Republicans are going to continue to stack the Supreme Court.
They're going hard in the paint right now, and I respect them a lot for that. If we're talking about two teams going at it, if we are looking at this as WWE, I think the Republicans are the NWO right now. That was when
they have no rules, don't care about what the commissions say, what the rules are. They say, hey, there are rules. We make the rules. This is our game. And if you don't want, you don't, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
fucking nuts. The
crazy.
Republicans are spanking the Democrats' ass. So all I say is you guys need to go out and vote, because last election, the left is talking a lot of shit, and you guys were the left was the fucking drunk dude at the club talking shit, getting real cocky, and then he got knocked out by the little dude. It was hard for me to see. I saw you guys crying out there. So make sure that you're going out and voting.
Don't suffer from a Napoleon complex from 2016.
Go out there and vote, guys.
If you're voting Democrat, if you're voting Republican, if you're voting third party, just go vote. Go vote. It's especially for folks who are in our age range.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have not shown up.
Yeah.
So
you didn't. You did it, and the Republicans were the quiet dudes that do jujitsu twice a week, and you got tied up. So
they got noodled up real fast,
real fucking quick. You felt
real
like you were
fast.
Drowning. You're underwater, guys. Let's go. Get out and vote.
Let's
see.
Vote.
All right.
I'm not gonna do any of the. Would you volunteer to work at a poll?
No, because I feel like I'd try to convince people to vote one way or the other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't trust myself.
I wonder if you're allowed to do that.
I would.
I mean, they can't be in there with you. We know that.
No, yeah. I would just be like, I would like make a funny joke or just you say one thing that might stick with someone. You can spot weakness sometimes, and you can see someone that could be voting. And I would, I go there to vote and I leave.
I think.
Because I also got mad. I get mad at the people up front. There's some people up front. They're like, "Oh, here's the something," and it's like,
dude, don't give me your pamphlets.
Yeah,
keep your pamphlets. Like,
yeah,
where's I think all arguments for the environment go out the door around Election Day. Because you've never seen more signs that are going to get thrown in the trash.
Yeah,
more pamphlets. I mean, where are we going to go green on Election Day and, for canvassing neighborhoods?
I think it should be online, bro. I mean,
voting online?
Yeah.
Well,
I know that's bad because it's like
I don't think it's bad. I mean, so the question is, all right. So if online voting is the goal, right? If that's the end game,
yep.
How do we get there? And I think that's a big problem with the approach to mail-in voting. So first off, our president votes absentee ballot by mail, right?
Yep.
That's fact.
Mail-in
That's
voting.
a fact.
And absentee voting is
that's mail-in voting.
Okay.
And so, mail-in voting prevents a lot of the gerrymandering issues, like shutting down polls, people being harassed at the polls, like people who are not volunteers, people who are literally coming there to disrupt elections.
Yeah.
So mail-in voting eliminates all of that, which in theory, I think the Democrats think is to their advantage.
Okay, I could see
right?
that.
So if now on the Republican side, that poses a threat to them winning the election. So, which is why they talk about election fraud and things like that.
Yeah.
And it has been proven that that election fraud, there might be anecdotal cases, but it's not running rampant or anything like that.
I believe during the JFK years in Illinois, it was really bad. That's because JFK was paying the mafia. Yeah, he was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That guy, he got shit done, man.
I mean,
he got shit done.
I mean, you're not fucking around with the Kennedys. I mean, the Kennedys.
Yeah.
Kennedy family's still alive today. I think it's like a grandson who just lost. He tried to come. You ever watch The Wire? The character Omar says, "You come at the king, you best not miss." So one of the Kennedys, I think it's Joe Kennedy, Jr. or fifth or whatever.
Yeah.
He tried to unseat a Democratic senator in a primary.
Okay.
And he lost.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he lost.
Oh, damn. He's got to go back to the drawing board.
That could be the end.
You think
could be the end of the Kennedys.
I could.
But they're
I could see that.
they're that weird. It's weird. It's weird to have family legacy.
It is
in politics.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah, it makes sense
especially
though because
president.
If you want power,
president.
Because if you're going for president, you want power, and I could see people being like, "Well, I want this power for my family. I want this to be a thing."
They're really good. I'm not that good at wielding power.
It feels uncomfortable.
I would.
It feels like because at a certain level, you're just
It's like having it's like having a fireball in your hand.
Yeah.
And you're able to shoot that fireball and direct it. And
Yeah. That's why for me personally, like, as a light-skinned dude, I'm a light-skinned dude with dark eyes. I'm cool with that. I can handle that. But if I was light-skinned dude with hazel eyes or blue eyes,
whoa,
I would, yeah.
You're getting different looks, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't imagine you. I can't imagine you with like bright blue eyes.
Bright blue eyes, piercing blue.
I don't even know like what part of the world that would be. Like
Cuba.
maybe no.
Cuba has a lot of dark men with green, blue eyes. So single ladies.
What
Cuba.
Well, what white people were there to make that happen?
Like
the
Spanish.
Oh,
the Spanish. Yeah, they had. It's a melting pot, man. You get.
Usually
Cuba,
that
Dominican
happens
Republic.
because of horrible white invaders.
Yeah, French.
Yeah.
Spanish. I wonder if anybody outside of that was there too. I don't think the English were there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got. I feel like blue eyes are kind of like a European thing.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
There's European. There's a lot of European mix,
but like
in those
more.
countries.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. It's African, European, and then like the indigenous population.
Got it.
And because of the slave routes, I mean, it was a melting pot. Like Dominicans, same thing.
Shout out to Dominicans.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to the Dominican Republic for making me. It's the perfect mix of genes, guys. I'm like what I think 70% West African.
It's like Levi's jeans and Gap jeans had a child. Just a great pair of jeans.
They're a good Sunday gene. We're just
oh wow. Eventually, I'd like to see us get like a World Local News branded jean, like a Sunday jean. That would be nice. I would buy that merch myself.
Yeah, just like you have,
but like a subtle logo. You know what I mean? Not like World Local News across the ass cheeks. Like we'll save that for like loungewear.
Yeah, like the juicy.
Yeah, man. It's funny that you say that. I feel like the majority of the time that you see someone wearing an article of clothing with a word on it, they are so far from being that word. So like 9 out of 10 people who wear juicy on their butt,
yeah,
butt is not juicy.
No.
Or if you wear like woke on a hat or something, or like, you know what I mean? Like things like that.
Yeah. If you wear woke on a hat, you're racist.
Or you're just like, you're really struggling through some things. And like that would be like our virtue signal of the week.
Yes,
that would be a candidate.
So the virtue signal of the week could come from us, or maybe we find it from someone else. Maybe you guys can send us someone that was the virtue signal.
Yeah, capture a virtue signal in the wild, and we'll just blow them up.
My favorite part of the George Floyd protest.
Your favorite part? That's a weird way to frame it.
It is. It was the if anybody can look up this video, we'll put up a video of it. And the final product, the crumping. Did you guys see the protest crumping?
Oh no!
Yeah. If you guys don't remember what crumping is, it was like a West Coast it's a very
yeah.
Like fuck it.
It's like, hey, I'm gonna do my dance, and then I'm gonna pass the dance to you.
And it's very super expressive. Like fucking like. And these two people facing guys in like military grade SWAT, or the guys are just standing there and they're crumping and like.
I don't have the guts to do that,
bro.
I don't have the guts to crump in front of the cops. I don't even have the guts to crump at like a club.
It was fucking wild, dude. We got.
I think the craziest
in there.
I think well, I don't know if we'll be able to show this one, but there was like a video of just like there have been a lot of naked videos.
Oh, at the protest?
Yeah, like.
I mean, that's a protest, I guess.
Assuming, seemingly hippie women, like just like being naked out there in front of the cops and like, talking shit.
Yeah. Like look at these. There's some girl named Star.
Yeah. Her like stage name is Moonbeam.
Some
or
shit.
Like her crystal supplier. Gave her the name, Sundance.
Oh God! Oh yeah.
Sundance.
Her amethyst. She had the amethyst under her tit when she.
What is that? What is an amethyst?
It's amethyst is a.
I can't
crystal.
Say. Oh, it's a crystal.
Yeah, it's a
Do you have some?
No, I don't.
Should we get them?
I don't hang around enough single white women in their early 30s to have crystals yet. But
What do you think? What do you like? What void is the crystal filling?
It's a spiritual thing. It's like you're trying to figure out the spirituality piece.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also,
What happened to just lighting a candle?
Candles work, dude. Yeah, I like that. Just like the Santeria candles or whatever. Like, do that. Also, people, when they're going spiritual, they like a lot of wristwear, too. I noticed the more wristwear you got, you probably got this. I'm like, that person has some problems.
Yeah.
Which it's not judging. I'm cool with it. It's just cool that they let me know that. I'm like, this person's, they got some stories. I want to hear it.
They definitely have some stories.
Yeah.
They have some sort of trauma that, they've probably talked about at a surface level.
Yeah.
Trauma. So like this, depending on the number of bracelets you have, like you have to take off one bracelet as you get closer to the surface. Below the surface.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're like right now, I just happen to have a rubber band on.
That's good.
So that means like I'm below the surface, but like, hey, we still got some work to do.
You're flexible. You're still willing to adapt. You still got the elasticity. You could snap back.
I don't have to
into it.
take this off at TSA either. There's no like metal. There's no like, you would never be able to sneak up on someone, if with all that stuff.
No.
All those bracelets?
No, not at all.
It's just like
you're gonna summon something.
Yeah.
Awaken.
It's like the beginning. You sound like the beginning of a West Side Story song.
Yeah. Then TSA jumps into a number. It's the people in the line versus TSA. We're late for our airplane.
Can you imagine? I think to become so there's obviously a lot of profiling that goes on at TSA.
100%.
So I think as a rule, every time you are going to profile someone, the entire staff has to break out into like a choreographed dance and make it a show. Because if you're going to embarrass this person by profiling them, you in turn have to be embarrassed by like doing a little number. Just a great Broadway number.
I was just thinking about that, bro. This will be a sick Broadway play. TSA.
Wow.
Like all the different personalities you get through there. You get different dances. Then like there'll be another scene where like one of the guards goes on lunch break. Like they don't
did you ever see the movie The Terminal with Tom Hanks?
I bought it and then I returned it before I even opened it up.
I've never seen it, but I know it exists. But like I think the whole movie takes place in the airport.
Yeah.
Maybe we just make The Terminal the musical. The Broadway
I like
play.
that.
If there are anyone out there that wants to, get in on this, if you write music, let's talk.
Yeah, let's write a
We're here to build a community.
Yeah, let's write it right out. Yeah, write us a screenplay based on the TSA. Just do that. That's another homework assignment. You have a lot of homework to choose from.
I love it. I'm in.
Anything else we got here today, Greg?
I mean, we can dive into the next topic. So, radical strategy. Democrats threaten to revive FDR move if Trump gets Supreme Court nominee. So this moves us into, this is on Fox News. That's a headline from Fox News. Before
we get going, you said revive FDR, then you paused. And I thought we were going to be doing
we're reanimating.
Yeah, like the pit
the
of
technology.
the Lazarus pit type shit, like bringing back from the dead.
Like Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. That's where I thought we were going. But it sounds like we're going to have possibly a third term that Trump's going for.
Well, okay. So this is now the political news and the, where there's some nuance, right?
Yeah.
So now that RBG has passed, which should have dominated the conversation for the next week, right? News cycles are crazy, especially, the big media company news cycles, right? 5-hour news cycles, especially in the Trump world, because he's such a master at manipulating the media.
Oh, yeah.
Because he just bombards people, right?
Yes.
So it's, maybe it's an hour-long news cycle, and then it's on to the next thing.
Yeah,
but anyway, sorry.
No, I didn't think it got enough play, but...
Oh, yeah. I mean, so what happened, because we're in such a highly politicized time, now it's like, all right, what's going to happen? Who's going to replace her? How's that all going to unfold?
Mm-hmm.
And so, you have Senate Republicans now, Mitch McConnell, coming out and saying, before she even is in the ground. Hey, we are going to force through a nominee, or we're going to do everything that we can to force through a nominee before the election. So if we go back in time when Obama was president, and Anthony Scalia passed, Obama, as the sitting president, should have been able to nominate a Supreme Court justice to replace him.
Yep.
He nominated Neil Gorsuch. And this was like way back in February, I think, of 2015. Correct me if I'm wrong on the year, but the point is not 2 months before an election. So at that time, Mitch McConnell and other Senate Republican leaders came out and said, nope, no way are we going to put him up for a vote this close to an election in an election year. And, there were numerous senators who were like, you can play back my words. And if you can play back my words, basically. And so now it's at a point where, hey, those words that you said, like, the situation actually came up. Like, now, like, you can either very publicly admit that you're a hypocrite, or you can play by the same rules.
So you're telling me that Obama wanted to nominate him and the Republicans said no?
They shut it down and they said, we'll wait and see who wins the election.
Okay.
And so if Hillary had won, Hillary would have gotten to nominate, based on that rule, Hillary would have gotten to nominate a Supreme Court justice.
Okay.
Or the Republicans could have tried to block it for her entire term, which doesn't shock me as something they might do, but seems highly unlikely. Like, from a civility perspective, highly unlikely.
Okay.
And so we are in an election year, due to the unfortunate passing of RBG. There's a vacancy, and one thing that Trump, again, whether you like him or not, he campaigned, a big part of his campaign in 2016 was that, hey, judges, he always says, we're going to do judges. I don't think he really understands what that means, but he knows, like, hey, someone's going to bring me the name of someone to sign off, and there they go. Okay. And so he's packed the courts with Republican judges.
Republicans are crushing right now.
They're going hard.
They're going hard.
They go hard in the paint. They go hard in the paint. And so now the battle is in between now and so, obviously, if Trump wins in November, he gets he won.
Yeah.
So he gets to, whether you like it or not, he would get to pick the Supreme Court justice.
Yep.
If Joey B wins in November, based on the rules that the Republicans set in 2016, he should get to pick the Supreme Court justice. And so now they're trying to change up the rules, or they'll find a clever way to change up the rules.
Is it a rule, or are they just like did Obama not proceed out of respect, or they
wouldn't vote to confirm him.
Oh.
And now this is where, like,
Republicans have the power to
correct. So the interesting thing is going to figure out where the Republican senators stand on going back. So I think the number, I'm trying to find it. I think the number of Republicans that need to dissent if it does come to a vote it's either 2, 3, or 4, somewhere between 2 and 4. I think it's 4 would have to say no. Now that's definitely a fact check moment. Somewhere between 2 and 4 is not the 80% news.
Hey, yo, fact check anything. If you don't like it, obviously fact check. But even if you feel really, oh my God, that was great. Like we want to all grow here as better people to sift through the bullshit in the media. So
For
that's
sure.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah, don't just rely on us. I'm fucking dumb.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. And that's why, you know, I think, you know, it's so crazy. Like, you can go to CNN's homepage and see a completely different existence than what you would see on Fox News.
100%. You don't got to be Einstein to see that. That's what I'm. Yeah, it's a whole different world depending on what you're looking at.
Right.
Like,
So we're going to do that research for people.
yeah,
You know, this is an episode for people, you know, to get accustomed with us.
Yeah.
There's a huge news story in Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I mean, you know, if you're I don't know how you're not into politics right now, because everything is political.
Politics is pop culture right now. That's for sure. I mean, a couple years ago I was like, I'm not into politics, and then it's just, I there's a part of me that feels like eventually people are gonna get their news from comedians and not the fucking media, because
It's probably true.
It's fucking trash. Like,
It's probably true.
You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, being able to take in information from multiple inputs, right? Like, all right, don't just read, you know, or listen to CNN. Don't just read or listen to Fox News or MSNBC. Like, you know, try and, like, if there's a story that interests you, or, you know, a major thing going on, see how it's covered across all of those different things.
yeah,
Right. And then, you know, then do your own independent research. Right. Like, you know, I like sometimes, like, if you, like reading books, right, in college, or like even if you're reading a self-help book, like, you jot down notes, right? Or
Yeah.
you write down things that you remember, and then you go do more research into it later.
yeah.
I don't think, you know, a lot of people don't have the time to put in that kind of work.
They don't, which is why there's another option, and you can literally just regurgitate what we tell you. A lot of people are going to do that anyway.
And I think that's like the value of the Patreon too.
Yeah, yeah. That you know, you can just literally regurgitate what we say. We're gonna be what we are, one of the better news sources to get it from. Greg and I, we try to be as objective as possible. We understand how we're feeling about something versus, like, you know, you can step outside of a situation and look at it from a bunch of different angles. That's why.
Absolutely. Don't be rigid.
Yeah, that's why
Be okay to say, I was wrong.
I was wrong. And also, after you look through the news sources and we tell you the news and this and that, it's okay to be like, I don't really know how I feel about this. So I'm not going to go ahead and call someone a fuckface because they feel a different way about something that a lot of times, guys, we don't know the full story too.
And you don't have to we definitely don't know the full story.
We
Definitely don't know the full story.
It's WWE. These politicians.
It's very unlikely to get the full story for anything unless you were there and you know context and background information. It's very difficult, right?
Yeah.
You know, but also, you know, that ability to change your mind. That's so powerful.
Yeah.
I feel like we're losing that.
It's a superpower. Yeah, because we're becoming more polarized, and people are really digging in their heels on both sides.
And you know, you're allowed to have different you're allowed to have different opinions, and some people just have bad opinions, right?
100%.
Or uninformed opinions.
Yeah.
Right? So so being open to being wrong, being able to admit you're wrong, and being able to, like, hear another perspective or another point of view is so important, right? Like, we have to you know, we can be a news outlet for people to help get civility back.
Yeah. To make you feel a little bit better about this whole thing, guys. Yeah.
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 Because everything's fucked.
Everything is fucked.
But it's going to be okay.
It is.
It's going to be okay.
It is.
Got to vote.
Got to go vote, guys.
You got to go vote.
Libs, I'm giving you the pump up speech because you guys need it the most. The Republicans are fucking you up right now, dog. I don't know what to tell you. I'm giving you straight up. Go out there and fucking vote. Don't be the loudmouth at the bar that don't do shit. Show up and vote and beat these motherfuckers. Beat them the right way in the goddamn arena. Bang! Just fucking
be a black belt of voting.
Yeah, just do that, bro. I'm gonna lose these. My party's not my vote for third party, guys. Is more of a long term play. I can't vote for Trump or Biden. I see why people want to vote both sides. I don't judge you. That's the point of this show, kind of. You know, I'm voting third party. It's a long-term play. I'm hoping it maybe we win 3 or 4 elections down the road, and I could say, hey, listen, I was a part of helping build a third party.
Tell me about your third party. What does it look like?
Joe Jorgensen is the Libertarian candidate, and I believe Jill Stein is the another. I think she's Green Party or something like that. I think I'm gonna go Joe Jorgensen, but I just want to vote third party because for them to
why not write in yourself
for the I don't know because there's a for them to be at the debate stage, they need to be polling at 13%.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And they're at like 9 to 11% right now. So if we can get a few more votes.
I think Ross Perot was the last one who got on the stage.
Yeah. So if we can get a few more votes to the third party, then they can enter the debate stage. If this is for people who truly are, sick of the two-party system.
Well, yeah. And so like that's talked about a lot, right? So like I've thought about it like calling it like the Millennial Party
or something like that.
That's like a placeholder title.
Yeah.
That's a placeholder
we gotta
title.
change that
because millennials are the worst. We're terrible, but we're great in a lot of ways, but we're also the worst.
Yeah, like any in group, there's like fighting within because you can tell like older millennials are like, hold on, I'm an elder millennial. I'm not one of those young.
Yeah. I'm on the upper echelon.
Yeah,
but yeah, but I mean, I think a lot of people are interested in that idea, and so this goes back to we were talking about mail-in voting, like universal mail-in voting, or anyone, or not even mandating that or anything, but like making mail-in voting available for everyone should be the end goal. Like it's pretty nuts that like we haven't really invested in ways to evolve the election process.
Yeah, and if anybody that is against mail voting, send us some shit because I'm genuinely interested. When I ask for articles, I'll read them, and I'm genuinely interested. Tell me why that's not good. Tell me why you don't want it.
Like why it shouldn't be a political thing. It should be bipartisan. That making it as easy as possible to vote should be the goal on any platform. Don't die. I know it's emotional. I know I get choked up about it as well because everyone should have the opportunity to vote.
Hillary Clinton poisoned me.
Oh my gosh. It's airborne. It's airborne.
All right, we're back, guys.
Oh my gosh. We've got a limited time with Freddy now that he's gotten the Hillary Clinton poison.
Yeah.
So everyone being able to request a ballot, receive the ballot, fill out the ballot, return the ballot, and have that vote counted everyone should be doing everything they can to make it as easy as possible.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't, and also, opening up election polling places, making sure, for anyone who's freaked out, like there are plenty of people who are scared, rightfully so, about coronavirus, right? Like an older person may not feel comfortable. Maybe they feel comfortable voting by mail, but they want to do it in person because they've done it that way every Tuesday in the first week of November for their entire life. They've gone and voted in every election, and they want to do that. And they take the risk, right?
Yeah. Well,
what happens in a lot of states is that, polling places get closed, so they won't open. So make it as available as possible. Put whatever resources is needed towards the thing that we pride ourselves the most on, which is our democracy, our elections, voting, right? So it's pretty strange to me. I don't, send me articles of Democrats trying to gerrymander districts and rig elections and things like that.
JFK.
But bam, success. I mean, he's the only one who could do it. He's the only one who could do it. And that's because he had high-powered people, man. He had Marilyn Monroe, Joe DiMaggio in his corner. He got Frank Sinatra and the mob.
Wow.
That dude, sure, he might have been a Democrat, but my man was cooking across party.
Entertainers seem to be, they seem to be able to help you rig elections. So maybe if we start,
Well, that's why Kanye is involved with Trump.
and Cardi B,
Come on.
Cardi B with Joe Biden.
I know.
Dude, we got to watch out for those. Their plans, guys.
Isn't it so crazy that we've devolved, or not devolved? I think it's great when a musician uses their platform to support something that they believe in.
Yeah.
They're entitled to that. That's
100%.
their opinion. So anyone who shits on an athlete for being political or a musician, like fuck off. Like Kid Rock. If Kid Rock can go, you're going to criticize Cardi B, but you're not going to criticize Kid Rock. Like, be consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's funny that Colby Covington dude sucks Trump's dick after his fight. I think I'm like, what? It's an obvious gimmick, and he's going hard on it because.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Colby Covington is a UFC fighter. In professional sports entertainment, they would call him a heel. So he plays a character that's extremely pro-Trump. And he aligns, exactly with what you think a UFC character fighter would say if they were aligned with Donald Trump.
And Donald Trump called him last night after his fight.
I saw.
And he said, "Thank you, Mr. President." And he's like, "You shook my hand the other day, and that gave me the energy I needed to defeat my opponent."
Wow. Didn't he say dragon energy?
Dragon energy. So my thing is like, all right, cool. He's already lost to the champion. Like the champion broke his face, right? Usman.
Yeah.
So
killed him.
I think he might need to actually suck Trump's dick to get that the level of dragon energy he's going to need to beat Usman. So I think Colby Covington, listen, man, you got to, handshake's not going to cut it this time, buddy.
Yeah.
You got to.
At least a tug.
Yeah.
At least a tug.
Okay. I think it'll be a close fight. He might scoot away with it. But I would go right for the blowjob just to make sure I get the victory.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
So wow. So Trump has dragon energy. That's terrible.
And now, I mean, on the spectrum, Charlie Sheen has tiger energy. Where are we at with that?
Oh, is that what it was?
Is
I
that
was
the
trying
same?
to think.
Yeah.
Or was it tiger blood?
Yeah.
Tiger blood.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have a theme here. We have Asian.
So Colby Covington is either like about to go, maybe he's going into maybe he's like easing into Charlie Sheen. So maybe this is like the successful part of his life until he ruins it and like gets STDs and, his kids hate him. And
he doesn't have that much. Yeah.
Charlie Sheen's got to be worth a lot of money.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive.
Oh, good for him.
Charlie Sheen, I hate that that I care or have interest in like celebrity net worth.
No, it might be,
it doesn't make me feel good that I've searched that, but
everybody has something, man. Everybody's got something.
Charlie Sheen is only estimated to be worth $10 million, and I feel like it was probably a while, like it's probably 10 years ago that he went through that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's still going through crazy stuff, but I feel like he was worth a lot more at that point. And that's the thing, man. That's the risk that you run by being a heel like Charlie Sheen or Colby Covington.
The power gets to your head and you can't control it, man.
And at some point, there's a loss. You know what I mean? Like if it's not this election, like if Trump wins again, okay, you've got Colby, you've got 4 more years of riding his jock.
Yeah.
But if he loses, well, are you still going to be the Trump guy?
That's true.
Because now you're associated with a loser, a certified loser.
Yeah.
Like you lose the election, you're a loser.
Yeah.
You're a loser.
Yeah. I don't think Trump is going to lose. It's not that I'd be surprised if he does.
It would be surprising. So Democratic strategists, if you're listening, I'm going to give you some free advice. Start talking about have Joe Biden start talking about why he and Kamala Harris are so great and better for the company versus just crapping all over Trump. Anti-Trump doesn't win elections.
Kim Kardashian
Not
has
the
done
president.
more for prison reform than both of those people, right? I mean, didn't she release like 50 people from?
I mean, Kim Kardashian has, I can't fact check that, but I think in let's just say in the last 4 years, Kim Kardashian has helped free more African American men than Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
From prison. So
yeah, but
we need prison reform would be a great place to start.
But it's bananas,
especially from those two people, because she was a DA that admitted to fucking falsely
Yeah,
imprisoning people, and then Joe Biden wrote the 94 crime bill. So this would actually be a great, very tangible place to start. But guess what? They can't do it because the fucking prisons are private and they're a business. The prison industrial complex is a real thing, guys. Look it up.
All right, now is the time for a shift in politics, because if, thanks Kim Kardashian, I guess, it's great that you weren't adding people to the prison system.
Yes.
Like you're a net positive, I guess, right? But why is it why does it have to be why is it Kim Kardashian? Like how screwed up are we that Kim Kardashian, we all know how she rose to fame.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. She fucks black dudes and releases black dudes from prison. Black lives matter to her.
She's all on board.
And she's taking care of a mentally ill.
I mean, she's like mother. By 2028, it wouldn't shock me if we've become so dumb as a society that they talk about Kim Kardashian like Mother Teresa.
She might run for president. That's why she's doing the whole law school thing. She's doing.
She's in law school.
Yeah, she's like gonna do like law school.
So you think the play is have Kanye West lean into the Looney Tunes vibes, and I apologize for anyone out there if you think I'm being disrespectful towards mental health issues. If you know me, I've got a million mental health issues and I take them very seriously. But they are characters from scripted television. So
yes.
So is Kanye playing the Looney Tune who says he's going to run for president only to have Kim Kardashian swoop in and say, no, I'm going to be the first female president, and you, Kanye, are going to be the first husband or whatever that is, because you're two Looney Tunes.
I think
is she the calming force?
I think Kanye as the first lady dude would be great. That's the kind of energy you need as the first. That's the kind of first lady.
He'd come up with a great title for much better than like first husband.
Yeah. It'll be some mega.
He would say like main dick or something, something like that.
I like that. The first dick.
Yeah, he was like the Good music era where like the Good was an acronym. If he would come up with like a cool acronym for first husband, but also don't write in Kanye West for president when you vote this year. That's the only thing I'll say.
Don't waste a vote like that.
Don't waste a vote like that.
Yeah, come on.
Not that it's don't spend your vote like that.
Yeah,
you can determine. I don't want to tell you that it's a waste.
That's
just
true.
Don't spend your vote like that.
That's true.
Don't spend your vote like that. Kim Kardashian presidency. What would she like campaign on? What would be her like core issues that she'd support?
Prison reform, which she's already doing. I'm telling you, she's just with that, and who knows what else she can do in the next like 8 years. And then, I mean,
I feel like we'd go through a period where everything like she would name Kanye like chief designer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he'd like redo the White House. He'd like redo military uniforms.
I could see him being the surgeon
he'd
general,
have his like,
and he'd dress like Captain Crunch or something like that. Like
you know what I mean? Like he's gonna make our military dress like a weird goth show at like New York Fashion Week.
Do you? I mean. Yeah. Do you think?
But it'd be like really
swag,
the
gonna be
swag.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing, say what you will about Kanye, but the swag is on another level.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a brilliant dude.
Yeah.
And so the thing that I would love to see happen in politics is like, let Kanye be a brilliant dude outside of the political sphere. And how do we get people who are going to represent the country better? Democrats, Republicans, independents, whoever. Like, how do we sway better people? Like, how do we make that job better? Right? It's not easy. It's not an easy job to be in politics. So how do we make it better? You know what I mean?
It's going to take a long time.
So I think a quick way to do it, and I'll probably come back to this topic a lot, and it'll be interesting maybe in the future to do, you know, a lengthier segment on a future episode. But getting money out of politics.
Yeah,
getting money out of politics.
That's gonna need its own episode.
That's gonna need its own
We'll
episode.
touch that. Do we have any more topics for this evening, or?
I mean, dude, we went from everywhere from RBG,
The intro,
talking about Mitch McConnell to Charlie Sheen to Tiger Blood to Kanye to a Kardashian presidency.
I mean,
mail-in voting.
Yeah, I think that's good for a first episode, guys. You know what we're about. And the shows are going to be somewhat like this. We'll you know, obviously we're going to get better as we go on, but cover different topics. We're going to riff on them, give our opinions, have fun with it. If there are any stories you want us to cover, let us know, guys.
Yeah, we'll hash it out.
Yeah, follow us on World Local News on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube as well. If you're on Twitch, go on Twitch as well. Twitch is going to be our, you know,
that's going to be like our little baby.
Yeah.
That's going to be the World Local News baby. We're going to take that infant. You guys are in the womb with us as we grow this, as we grow the Twitch baby.
Yeah, you guys are on YouTube, and maybe there's a couple of Twitch listeners, but we think Twitch is where we're going to bring a lot of strangers into the brand, and we're going to need, because a lot of you guys that listen to us right now, you kind of know us a little bit through Instagram and stuff like that. So when we start welcoming these strangers to Twitch, we need you to be friendly to them, guys. You know, we're all going to be a family of fucking badass thinkers. We're going to be fucking ninjas having these political conversations. Because I've had a bunch of them through this whole time, Black Lives Matter, the protesters. Then there's things that I'll talk about maybe next week's episode on, you know, just things to look out for, talking points to look out for, where you can see kind of where people at and what types of conversations they could have. And what kind of play to make. And at the end of the day, I'm giving you these tips to protect your energy, because I know these political conversations, they make you want to rip your fucking hair out. So World Local News is here for you, baby. Greg, any last words?
Man, what a blast it is to do this.
It was fun, bro.
It was fun, man. We did it. Yeah, Episode 1 in the can. You know, let's give a shout out to the people who helped get us here. Shout out to Taylor Cashton for helping us with our branding. Shout out to Nikki Baggs for helping us with the theme song.
Yeah, the music's gonna make you smile. What's up?
Between Two Clouds.
Oh, Between Two Clouds Studio. Between Two Clouds Studio, guys. If you need any kind of artistic work done from like editing standpoint, you're an artist. Listen. You just want to fucking create. You want to have somebody take care of the video editing and the.
I don't want to do it.
Shit. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I just want to talk to Greg. I just want to host Date Live with Freddy Valoy on Wednesday nights on YouTube. I want to fucking host Fred Talk. Well, you know, I'm working on season 2 of Fred Talk. I got a lot. I need to be creating. I want to pass it off to the pros to mix and master. That shit is wizardry.
You got to focus. You gotta focus on your strengths, right?
Yeah.
You got to be knowledgeable about your weaknesses and know how to deal with them, right?
Absolutely.
So we can't video edit, but we know how to identify the person who can. And it gets no better than Matt.
Yeah, this guy, Between Two Clouds Studio. Hit him up, hit us up. Let us know what you think. And guys, remember, everything is fucked, but it's gonna be okay.
Wait, we didn't even mention like iTunes or Spotify or things like that.
Obviously, you can catch it anywhere you listen to podcasts.
I know, but I feel like this. You know, we're using new technologies. You know, now TikTok's going away, but we got Twitch. You know, should we have done this on TikTok? I don't know. Is it too late now?
Maybe.
Is it too late?
Maybe. We don't know.
You guys, you're gonna have to tune into the next episode to find out what happened to TikTok.
We'll give you a TikTok update next episode, guys. We love you.
We're out.
Boom.